Hi guys, I hope everybody is well. This will be somewhat of a continuation of the Ascension process and New Earth and New Intentions reading I just have out there on the YouTube channel. So if you want, go check that out because that will be like a precursor to this reading. So just as a reminder, we have a circle tomorrow, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so if you're seeing this on Wednesday, it's tonight at 7 p.m. Or if you're seeing this on Thursday, then, you know, you missed the circle. Anywho, we're going to tap into some ancestor energy, okay? We're going to get some advice when it comes to the ascension process and anchoring in this new earth energy and focusing on new beginnings and new mindsets with new focus and having a new start and setting intentions and working towards new results for ourselves. So this is a cute little card to have handy. So let's see what they have to say regarding this. Ignite your passion. This will be fire energy, shedding your old skin. All right, so this is kind of like that phoenix rising, okay? And then you're shedding your old skin, right? Like the old versions of you, right? You've been inspired to release the old version, right? The old way of thinking, believing, knowing, sensing, feeling, all of those things. I feel like now it's time for you to take care of you, right? It's like you're a lone wolf at this time, okay? So taking care of you, very important. I feel like you, there is this energy of like protection, guardian energy. So you're very protected and loved. I feel like if you call on protection, know that it is heard. I feel like you can drop your shields. There is a need to recharge. You could be hanging out by yourself and kind of like working on your own vibration and your gifts and development and connecting and receiving your guidance. I feel like you're very connected to the ancestors. I feel like you spend a lot of time by yourself, retreating and recharging. Yes. Right? White witch, very wise, very knowledgeable, very practical, very in touch with nature, as well as you emanate light. Okay, you're light and bright, right? And sometimes you have to recharge your energy because of what you do, right? You might help inspire others in some way. You could be guiding them on how to shed things that no longer serve them. You may feel like sometimes you're under attack because of what you're doing or what you're here to do, but just know that like you have the healing energies that you're meant to use for yourself and others, okay? You have the ability to tap into this. Be open to healing information, healing and receiving. And I feel like you do have the ability to stay grounded, rooted, and stable. The Fae might come up for you a lot, or I feel like there's a lot of like heart chakra energy, nature, Mother Earth here. So I feel like you could also be like an energy worker of some kind. Maybe you're meant to share this energy with others, or maybe you're somebody who kind of helps others help others, right? It's all like we're all one anyway. This is about like we're all interconnected. Like we're all birthing something new. We're all creating. We're all living. We're all thriving. I feel like that's the whole point, is that we're meant to thrive here. I feel like it's time for us to thrive. I feel like we're helping Mother Earth thrive too. This is like Empress energy. There's birthing something new, and this is like New Earth energy. Okay, so we're all working together to help heal. Okay, being open to healing information, receiving this guidance, you know, using other practices to help the collective holistically, potentially. I'm getting a lot of nature. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. So I feel like this is also tapping into that ancient wisdom and knowledge, especially like the healer archetype. Strong healer archetypes. Shamanic even. There could be a lot of like empathic energy here. So really using your abilities to help those that you come across in whatever way you're called to help. So if you're looking to expand how you help others, then this is kind of like, yes, you know, it's open. I feel like this doorway is open. I feel like this is the yes that you need to know, like connect to your emotions, your intuition, your abilities, your inner knowing. I feel like all of it's meant to be used, okay, to create from. Again, with the intention to heal, not harm, right? So the do no harm, right, as a practitioner, very important here, right? It's like these abilities are meant for your purpose, which is a healer. Yeah, you're meant to trust your talents in changing times. Like, you're meant to do things different. Like, you're swift, you're witty, you're foxy, you know, you have a lot of talent here, a lot of skill sets here. I feel like you can like outfox, that whole saying, like outfox somebody or do something different, like lead the way, right? Just because they don't do it now doesn't mean they won't. Like, maybe you're meant to kind of set that. Yeah, make plans and focus. So I feel like this is you taking charge of what you want to experience, whether it's in your life, your business, your relationships, whatever that is. But you're meant to like do it different, okay? You're not meant to like do what everybody else is doing, okay? You're meant to create something new, and it's protected, whatever you're creating, okay? Any other cards here with this? No? Okay. Warrior. Yeah. Be fearless and stand strong. All right. You're not here to fold. Okay. So remember that. I'm going to do a little past life energy, if you don't mind. I feel like forgiveness is crucial to the healing process. Okay. So shedding that old skin. All right. What is some past life energy? Authority figures. Okay. Persecution and inquisition at the hand of authority figures. It might have been something you dealt with. I feel like maybe you made vows to do things different this time, or to help things not get to this point. Like, everybody should be free and clear. Maybe you made a vow through many lifetimes to come and protect those who are being persecuted. So you may like protect the underdog, right? You may be that warrior, right? You're fearless and you stand strong and you do the right thing. I feel like you're meant to trust the unknown. Look, Skyfather is behind that. Yeah, like you're a warrior for God, all right? And so, yeah, you took vows probably in every single lifetime. Yeah, you may have had to deal with the persecution in this lifetime or others. I feel like this is what you're healing in this lifetime, and you're shedding. You're shedding this version of you that is concerned about being judged or persecuted for who you are. This is you stepping into your most authentic self in this lifetime. All right, so what else? And forgiveness of what may have happened at the other like at the hands of others, I heard, okay? So, whew. The arts, some of you could be very much creative. You might be a musician. You might like music. You might like painting. You might be really tapped into the tunes of Mother Nature, Mother Gaia. Let's see. Angels here. I was getting like the Fae, the angels here with this card here. But I'm getting that like this is, maybe you hear music in your ear and it's like angelic energy. So maybe your clairaudience allows you to tune into the angelic frequencies is what I'm getting. I feel like you could very much have been like a volunteer here to be an earth guardian here in the physical, but you're really like from the angelic realm, your vibration, okay? You might really enjoy music. Maybe you listen to music to recharge. It's a great way of practice, or maybe you're meant to integrate these healing practices with music. Okay, so maybe channel, see if you can channel some guidance regarding this, or seek a channel. Let's see, angels. Angels are all around us. Wow, this is a whole bunch. Leaving, traveling. Food might be scarce, or maybe has been. Maybe in the past you had to leave because there was like a famine and there was a lack of finances. But I feel like, so maybe this is something that comes up for you in this lifetime. Like maybe you overbuy food because of a past phobia or fear of not having enough. So this is that lack mindset that might be showing up here. But what's interesting is Mother Earth always has enough. And I feel like you could be going to see the world, or maybe you have lived and had many experiences, right? As it results to like, maybe you had to leave, like maybe you had to immigrate. There is a lot of this happening now. It's kind of like resurfacing as well. Like, is it more important to kick somebody out of a country that doesn't belong here, or is it more important to provide them with the basic necessities that they need to live a life? Like, how much of this is a lesson? How much of it is a blessing? I feel like there's past things being repeated here on Earth, and we need to learn from them. And I feel like, you know, are we learning from our past mistakes? Okay. Are we doing things differently? Is like, this is kind of represents change and time and, you know, things coming back from the past, right? So I don't know. I feel like there's a bit of like, nobody owns the land. Okay. Like the land belongs to Mother Earth. So it's interesting how people think that like they can control these resources when they're not theirs to control. There's that. Yeah, I feel like people are trying to control something that can't be controlled. And they're displacing and hurting others in the process. And there is lessons as it relates to that. And then there are also blessings as it relates to that. So we could be dealing with the karma of this from past lives where there has been like greed, right? Greed took over, causing us to have to leave or flee or remove ourselves from environments that, you know, were taken over for the purpose of like control and manipulation. Which, here's the thing, we live on an abundant planet. Like there's enough for everybody. Nobody should have to starve. No one should have to fight for a place to live. Like there's enough for everybody. Look, high priest or high priestess. All right, some of you heavily relate to this and are currently in this energy today. Okay, so this is about knowing that like you can trust your inner knowing. Okay, it's been passed down through generations. Okay, so this is something that you either have within your ancestral line, or this is you incarnated in multiple lifetimes to continue your practice. Okay, you've made vows to make change here on Earth. You are fearless, you stand strong, and you work for the divine. Okay? You have wise counsel, very wise counsel. Okay? Again, heavy vow energy, heavy, you know, like, don't worry, I'm seeing everything that's going on here. I feel like there's a full account. Yeah, karmic relationships, that's how we learn. Okay, so some of you have been dealing with that and closing these out from past lives in this life. Okay, we have male and female, so you might have been both of those. So maybe in this lifetime, you may find yourself a bit interested in the same sex, because maybe in a prior life, there's a bit of like, you might have been, so an example here, I was asking my guides about this. I was like, okay, so say for instance, someone comes into this life and they are, you know, feminine, masculine, whatever you want to be, whatever that dynamic is, and they're interested in the same sex. Is that as a result of maybe them, you know, in the past life? It's like the contract, like what is that all about? So maybe explore that a bit for yourself to see if there's any answers that come up for you. Sometimes it's about the contract. Sometimes it literally is about the attraction. It also can be like feeling like you're on your own doing all of this, and maybe not feeling like you can share those feelings and emotions with people. I feel like maybe because you're needing that space and someone to hold that space for you, you can hold it for others. You also could have dealt with being like abandoned, rejected, or orphaned in a past life. And so that would have you hold on to things that maybe aren't for your highest and greatest good, like a little codependency, people pleasing. This very much could be something that it was experienced through your ancestral line. Okay, being a bit like doing, especially when it comes to like the circumstances, right? Like you never know like what our ancestors had to go through in their circumstances, right? And so it's kind of like having this understanding of like forgiveness. That was the first card we saw, was forgiveness. Forgiving those who came before us who didn't know better. I feel like we're meant to learn from their mistakes. Are we listening? I feel like, are we listening? All right. I'm getting Native American too. That is very strong. Let's see. Atlantis as well. I feel like you've got access to a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and maybe even spirit guides that had and lived during the times of Atlantis. And therefore that civilization fell as a result of, not really prioritizing spirituality as part of their dynamic. And the first reading I did today was really a lot about that, bringing balance. So there's going to be a lot of changes. This also can represent trust your talents in changing times, meaning like there could be something that falls so that something new can be made in its space or place. Trees, getting outside, being one with nature. Lots of wisdom and knowledge here. Okay, we have medicine man or women. We also have traveling. And then what's this one? Yeah, somebody might be taking their magic, their medicine, and going places with it. This might have been something that you did in the past. I do have the Greco-Roman energy here, and then I have the medicine or man or woman, and then I have transportation. Okay, so there could have been you moving from place to place as a result of the medicine that you carry, the magic you hold or create. I feel like you could have had to leave somewhere, okay, fast potentially, because back then this was the fast transportation, and it might have been because you were a healer and you were in a position of being persecuted of some kind. So there's a bit of that. Okay, so that's some past life info. Found that fascinating. Let me know if any of that clicks for you. I just read the cards, guys, and the energy. So if you're feeling like some of this talks to you, then that's great. I'll put these over here. Okay. Very good. All right, so we're going to get a little romance angel here. We're going to pick these up. Okay. Thank you to all those that have come before us, after us, during. I appreciate your support. Yeah. Deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. All right. Maybe you wore the masks. Maybe you're someone who's worn a mask your whole life, and now you are being authentic. You can feel safe being authentic. All the sensitivities, all the things you had going on, I feel like, you can fully be yourself now. You hold space for yourself. You prioritize yourself. I feel like, someone was pretending to be something that they're not. And I feel like you attract romantic love just by enjoying the moment. Like, you're not paying attention to the past. You're focused on what's in front of you, and you're stopping to smell the roses, okay? They can continue to deceive others all they want. You're not being deceived because you're not involved. You're minding your own business. Okay. Bees might be significant. Let's see. Okay, what you got for me? Okay, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. This is like love and life, baby. Like, this is you, maybe somebody in the past before you dealt with them, they were like an unrequited love. Again, this would be the karmic relationships coming here in this lifetime for you to work through and close out. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. It's literally just like, I feel like this person just wants to have, you know what, whereas you want something far more fulfilling than that. I feel like this was something that was not aligned, right? I feel like there was a misfire. Okay. I feel like you understand that this person was for everybody and you're not for everybody. You're not for the team. I feel like you value trust and honor and integrity. I feel like this situation called for you to have faith because you know what you deserve and you didn't tolerate anything less, and you removed yourself from the situation here. Put these over here so we can see them. Okay. All right. I feel like this is you loving yourself, the attraction. Okay. And if somebody's like attracted to everybody else, right? Yeah. Confirmation this was a past life relationship. You have known each other before. So I feel like that might be coming in as a result of you prioritizing self and loving oneself after being in this unrequited love and deceptive energy. No, I feel like somebody wants to like come in and be like, I'm not like everybody else. I feel like somebody has something to prove. There will be some conditions when it comes to your union, and it's certainly, you know, regarding your spiritual and religious belief systems, whatever those are. I feel like those are going to be like non-negotiables for you. You might have been with somebody who didn't have any faith or connection to something above themselves. So they were very rooted in the desire, okay? And I feel like they had to pretend, convince, connive in order to get what they want. I feel like this may have been a lot of manipulation experienced. I feel like you need to get out of your cage because, you know, you're a unicorn and you're meant to be out and about for people to see because you were meant to be unique. And this is you understanding that, like, it's time for you to take control. No one else has control. No one else can put you in some sort of corral and keep you stuck unless you let them. You're not letting them. So you're clearly being asked to decide what you want so that it comes to you right now, very soon. You may have done this. You may have put yourself out there. I feel like you're in the process of forgiving and learning as we go through this experience here on Earth. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. Clearly decide what you want now. So it's kind of like place your order. Ooh, burpees, excuse me. Yeah, I feel like honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. That looks really pretty. Boats might be significant. Okay. Maybe you like boating. Maybe you like rowing. Maybe you like a gondola. Maybe you've always wanted to visit Europe. Europe might be significant. There's a lot going on in Europe. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Amen. Someone is willing to put in the effort where someone else did not. Okay? So, know this. Know that that is coming. I'm hearing like, oh, Romeo. There will be no reconciliation with someone from the past. This came in the reverse, and I'm taking it that way. You love yourself too much to accept anything from the past that no longer serves you. You have released the burden of this. Okay, and then we also have someone is this in the reverse? Okay, someone is experiencing their own financial demise as a result of, you know, maybe actions they've taken. I feel like you are working on as well, building your finances and what's needed to align with your desired career, job, position, business, growth, and development. I feel like they want you to keep an open mind, okay? Because yes, you're not going to be getting and dealing with the same type of person you were dealing with before. You're not the same person, okay? And you're not calling that into your reality, okay? So just make sure that we're clear on what we're asking for, okay? And then be open to receive it, okay? This person might be different than your usual type, okay? So just kind of like, you know, get to know them, be open, and receive, okay? The whole point is for you to have new experiences, okay? A new beginning, a new mindset, a new focus, and a new start. Maybe set some new intentions so that we can receive some new results and keep an open mind. Playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. There is our...
This is a reminder.
Thank you.
Circle.
Alexa, off. I feel like there's going to be a lot of chemistry that comes along with this. I feel like magnetic, okay? And then I'm getting like someone's going to express their love. You're being guided to express love, or someone's being guided to express love. There is going to be a romantic gesture that is extended. So that is beautiful. But at this time, I feel like some of you are separated. So confirming that as well. You could be working on yourself, your self-concept. Okay? Very important to appreciate the current moment, like being in the moment and letting things come as they may. Okay? I love that. Let's pick these up. Very good. Yeah, those karmic lessons, man, they hit. They hit. And we're learning from them. That's the most important thing, is that we're learning from them. Okay? I love that. Let's get a couple messages with the tarot, and then we'll close this out. Come on now. Empress at the bottom of the deck. Okay? Your vibration is important here. You anchor in love. You emanate love. You exude love, okay? You can't hide it if you tried. I think you may have tried. Here is the Holy Grail. Like, you understand that you're the Holy Grail. You're the sacred vessel full of divine white light and love. And you don't just give this to everybody. I feel like this is something that you cherish and love now, okay? You're meant to bring and anchor in this divine feminine love for the collective, for Mother Earth, for what we're trying to cultivate here. This is you being able to hold space with love, intentions, right? The cups really are like this deep, deep emotion and psychic sensitivity. So you're here holding space for those who are coming online and need support, because you've been there and done that. You've gone through all the lessons, right? Not all the lessons that you'll ever experience, but the lessons to get to this position, okay? This point of view, this authority figure even. Page energy, Wheel of Fortune. You definitely, and then we have the Emperor. I feel like you gain something from all of this experience of yours, and you're putting it to good use by helping others off their own, with their own karmic lessons and relationships. Okay? You were abandoned and rejected. Okay? And I feel like this is something that you're bringing to the table as an aha, an opportunity, something new. You very much could be, I just saw the Ten of Cups, Ace of Wands. Okay? There's an Emperor here. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. I'm keeping that sideways. Okay. I feel like there's a major opportunity, okay? And I feel like they want you to take it, okay? Regardless of... Reversed. Okay. Upright. Okay. Okay. And then I have a 3 of Wands. All right. I feel like you have been through it, okay? And you're doing a lot of work towards not letting the past experiences jump in and affect your future. I do feel right now, though, the energy that was put out towards you in this deceptive energy here, because they were, you know, focused on attraction and whatever attracted them. I feel like the energy's been flipped. There's been some sort of like, how do you do? And they're the one who very much could be in the energy of self-limiting beliefs. There is something new here, a new opportunity as a result of something that you have poured your heart into and that you feel very strongly about. I feel like there's a new chapter, new month, new mindset, new start, new results, new intentions. This is you being empowered, having some sort of authority, and there's balance being restored here. And I feel like God's in charge. There's a new sheriff in town. What I would say is that, like, people are still learning their lessons as it comes to you. You could still be learning your lessons. I feel like, you know, things go up and then they have to come down. So I feel like, you know, there might have been attempts to prevent you from being of service, maybe answering the call, but they underestimated your will. They underestimated how strong you feel about the quest at hand. I feel like, yeah, sometimes maybe the mindset is challenging, but I feel like you keep it moving. You keep fighting, okay, to bring change to the world. You do have access to the higher perspective, the higher knowing, and seeing things from a much higher ground. There are plans in place, and you're helping with these plans, okay? So I feel like things are unfolding as the way that they need to. They want you to keep focused, devoted, and committed to what you have already set in place, okay? It's like finishing those projects that are still hanging. There is something on the horizon coming your way. I feel like God's in charge here. So I don't feel like they want you to worry. I feel like the deceivers deceive themselves, thinking that they can affect you in any kind of way. So I feel like they are learning difficult lessons, okay? And you're being guided to have forgiveness because you understand. There's an understanding here, all right? So anything else with this that you want me to say or mention before we close this out? I feel like you're here to create new experiences based on what's been learned, okay? And what's been gained. Like, there's been something tangible here that you're like, because I've learned this, now I'm going to help other people learn something. So there's something that you're paying forward, okay? You could be traveling and getting out of this, like, a bit of chaotic energy. You are being aligned elsewhere, okay? I feel like you're needed elsewhere. So soon it might be time to go. We've been getting that a couple times. One last card for the collective. High Priestess energy. Okay, High Priest. So confirmation that, you know, to trust your intuition before you see it unfold in front of you. Continue to go within for that guidance, that communion with your spirit guides, your ancestors, your higher self, and your spiritual team, okay? And whoever else you want to add in the mix, all right? There's a lot of information to be shared, and this is about, like, again, like, making sure we have all of our mental foundations in place, okay? There will be a need to step up, okay, and jump in like we saw in some of the other cards that we did in the readings earlier. Yeah, I feel like there is somebody that is coming your way. They've been through their own battles, but I feel like, you know, they've got more fight in them still, and so do you. So that's kind of what I'm getting today, guys. I hope you guys have the most amazing day. Sending lots of love, and I'll see you on the next one.